I'll give you a few examples of a few ways that the banking system makes money. The U.S. Treasury still prints these at 3 cents a piece for a $100 bill. The Federal Reserve Bank buys it for 3 cents, then loans it back to the federal government for $100 plus interest. Pretty handsome profit, wouldn't you say? $99.97 profit on every $100 bill in circulation, plus interest. Well, if I had a scam going like that, it wouldn't take very long for me to have all of your property either. Or anybody else who had a scam going like that. It wouldn't take very long until you had everything. Now, would it? That's only one way that the banks make money. The other way that they make money is through the fractional reserve banking system, which is that when you deposit a $100 bill in a bank, the bank only has to keep a certain percentage of that on reserve. It used to be 20%, then it was 10%, and now it's like 3% right now. So, which that means if you deposit a $100 bill in the bank only has to keep $3 in the drawer in case you come back for it. The other $97, it instantly loans out at prevailing rates of interest and speculates on derivatives and speculates on real estate and buys all kinds of things. That's pretty good leverage, wouldn't you say? I think we should all create our own bank. I think we need to create our own bank. First, you set up a community trust structure, and then you appoint everybody as a managing director of a trust. You set up a trust account for everybody. Everybody pools all this together. You buy gold and silver with it. You invest it, and you pay dividends back to everybody in the community. That's how we could run an economic system and completely bypass the federal government and the international bankers. Every community could do that. Every church could do that. Every organization could do that. Every family could do that. And watch the wealth start shifting back into your hands again instead of into the hands of those who really don't care about your wealth. The New World Order has no concern for your money, really. They just want power and control. That's all they want. Because they're scared and insecure. So that's the nature of economics. It is debt-oriented. The only possible result is an exponential debt curve, which if you look at the graphs right now, the graph of the late 90s is like going like that right now. The 16 central banks of Europe, as of May 1994, will no longer buy long-term treasury notes or government bonds. The only thing that has kept our standard of living afloat for the last 40 years is because the dollar has been artificially floated by the central banks of Europe because they wanted to maintain the productivity of the American people until, one, they confiscated all the property, and number two, they'd installed the police state to police the residue and the social disintegration that would result once the bankruptcy was finally declared. That is the only political agenda, that's the only economic agenda, and it's the only legal agenda.
If you're rocking with this shit show, hit that like button, share, subscribe, do all that type of shit.